Hello everyone, I'm Yuri, and welcome to the BulldogHammer. This is not going to be our conventional battle report episode. The purpose of this video is essentially to provide you with an update of our new studio. As you can see, we made some progress. It's slower than we expected. We're going to give you a little bit of a tour. And the second part of the video, we're going to recap the recent tournament that we went. Critical hit. And share some experience. It's been, almost 2 years since we've gone to the tournament.
Yes.
And it was very refreshing and very rewarding at the same time. So, excellent. So, without further ado, let's start with a tour of our new studio.
Sure, let's go.
First of all, I would like to start with a table that Levan and I built from the ground up. Especially Levan was doing all the heavy lifting. I just put my name to it. So, this table is the second table that we built. This is more suited for the new tabletop parameters. We learned the lesson from building the first table. It was even though it was pretty, it was a good table, but it was shaking a little bit, and it had some defects.
Yeah, this is a tank. You can't lift it.
This is like a heavy, massive table that almost doesn't move. We decided to build a shelf here as well to store some terrain, and obviously we're gonna paint it.
We'll sand it and paint it. Yeah. And worth mentioning that we did small trims here. That we will put the lighting here, light strips, so it will look beautiful and cool. Yep. And this will be our area here. There was a wall a little bit in front, so we destroyed the wall, demolished the wall, and we brought absolutely a new one. Yeah. And closer to the outside of the house. So we have a little bit, 5-6 inches more, which helps actually. So this will be our area.
We'll be shooting against this wall. This time we won't be switching cameras, so the person standing over there will be switching. Will be shooting the videos. We're gonna build the walls here. We will shoot our shelves. We're gonna put our armies here on the display. Have some light, LED lighting, as well as we're gonna install the 2 soft box over here. And over here, that could
the camera probably
camera on top, right?
Yeah, that's our plan.
Yeah, we've got plenty of lighting over here because one of the feedback that you gave us was that it was a little bit dark on our previous battle report. So we've we took this into the account and we've put more light here. But generally,
we will paint the place, and depending on the sound, if there's too much reverb, we'll probably put something on the walls that will help preventing from the reverb.
Echo,
So that's our plan. We basically put today we put second coat of mud on the drywalls. It's getting dry, and later today we'll put the final one, then sand and start painting next week. And that's plan.
Yeah, so we'll keep you posted on our progress.
Sorry for interrupting. Also, very worth mentioning, it's not only physically we change everything, so our format will change too. Will be more neat and more logical, I think, and beautiful. So let's see. We hope it will work out as we plan.
Yeah,
and you will enjoy our new battle report.
Yeah, so we also we always hear and listen to your comments, and we try to adjust accordingly. I think you'll enjoy the new format, and like always, if there is anything else that you want us to add or change, feel free to share your feedback. And with that, let's move to the second part of our today's video, the tournament overview.
So we started 3.0 with the tournament, probably had one game just to try. And Yuri, what happened?
So essentially to give a background and to set up some sort of expectation and to share our goals for this year, our goal would be to participate in as many tournaments as we can and potentially try to win as many as we can to move into the in the ITC ranking. And it's not only within Canada. We're we'll be traveling internationally. We're going to LVO, so it would be great to see you guys. So this was a one-dayer.
Yes.
Like you said, I think I had more practices that you have, because we are members of the Conquest Gaming Club as well, and we meet every week to go through do practices, right? So I had a few games before tournament. It was a one-dayer, very friendly environment, amazing setup, critical hit. We're gonna link. We're gonna post their link in the description to this video as well. So they will be running 3 more tournaments every month. And essentially, looking at our schedule, like there are 1 or 2 tournaments per month, ITC tournament that we are participating in, right? So
we're back, and so first of all, the most important thing is like we're very happy to see old friends after like a year and a half. Yes. As if we were like in an ice age, we're frozen, and now everything is melted, and we can see each other, and everyone was so happy.
And the feeling is mutual, right? You could see that the people were so excited and were so happy to, just to catch up.
Yeah, so that was amazing. We spent lots of time just during the lunch break. We had lots of fun conversations, and I was very happy to see everyone healthy and happy.
Yeah. Before we jump into that, just a note to everybody. I've decided to stick to one faction during this year, and I picked Sons of Behemoth to be my main faction that I'll be taking to all the tournaments. I'm still, trying to experiment with the tribes, but for now I'm sticking with the Breaker tribe. I'm running 4 big guys. We're starting with the first game. Levan, please walk us through your list and who have you played the first game?
So it was I built the list probably 1 or 2 days before the tournament from what I had. So my main goal is to stick to one army and practice as much as possible because we have lots of ITC tournaments. So I'm waiting for Workland's book.
Cruel Boys,
Cruel Boys,
big expectations. So far it's disappointing compared to the Stormcast Eternal, but we need to see the
Allegiance abilities. If it's good, I will be more than happy, even if I can mix it with Iron Jaws or even Bone Splitters. I won't mind because I love orcs. If not,
and destruction in general.
We have Kragnas and everything. So meanwhile.
So which faction did you bring?
Cities of Sigmar with Tempest Eye.
Okay.
I thought it would be a really good list, moderately good list. So what happened is I brought Hurricanum.
Yes.
With Mullet 5+ ward save. Then I had a battle mage from Gore, which gave me +1 to casting because this was from that reel. And the spell from Gore is very good, +2 to run and charge.
Yes.
Which is amazing for Gotrek. And yes, I brought Gotrek. I brought Sorceress, Dark Elf Sorceress. And Rune Lord, which is very good for unbinding, +2 to unbind. And it gives really good bonuses to dispossessed units because he's a priest. And the curse, I took the prayer curse, which is good too. So I was pretty happy, more or less. I thought I would do like at least 2 out of 3. My plan was to basically buff them 2+2+ rolls, but then I forgot that you can do maximum +1. And that was my first disappointment in the 3.0. Then I brought 20 Longbeards, which were amazing unit, much better compared to Dark Shards. In the cities list, it's good to have them because first of all, you can bring shields that will 3+. And with easy, you can do 2+ save. And up to 3+
all out defense, right?
All out defense. Then all other
Mystic Shield.
First battle round, you're +1, so you can do 3+ save with the high rank units. They can be really good in terms of like holding against damaging. But I took them with a great access, which gave me additional rank, and they were still pretty tanky and did a great job. I love them. Also I took Dread Spears as a filler, 10 models. So basically that was my list, and Chromatic Cox as an endless spell. So I had lots of spells, I had good shooting and Gotrek. So that's basically my list.
Okay, very good. And who did you face on your first game?
First game I faced Jordan Duncan. You may know him from Season of War. Probably one of the top players in Canada.
Yeah, for sure.
For now. I enjoyed playing with him. He knows his stuff, and basically when I started the game I knew I can handle Lumineth. He brought Lumineth. 30 archers. And
that was a tough first game for sure. It's especially against cities, right?
Well, tough when you have a chance. I was just relaxed. I know it just will happen sooner or later. So I just wanted to know how mechanic works and learn the game, and it was my first game against Lumineth, so now I at least have an idea how they work. He was easily doing 25 mortal wounds from his shot.
It was 5+ re-rolling. That's
and also and he completely negated my Gotrek with his hero that I have to attack his hero.
And he was hiding it behind
his battle line.
Spearman.
So Gotrek was completely switched off. So that hurt. So the game will end it in a couple of rounds, like 0-0. And I moved to second game. What happened to you?
Like I said, I brought Sons of Behemoth, Breaker Tribe, 2 Gate Breakers and 2 War Stompers, Amulet of Destiny, obviously, monstrously tough, giving him the 40, my general 40 wounds instead of 35. And the reason, I like War Stompers, I think they're a little bit underestimated. The fact that he can, kill a mortal in the combat phase anytime. I think is very powerful because it can break the coherency, right? And with the coherency rule in 3.0, you have to be extra careful. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring the battalion from the White Dwarf. I usually would make one of them a wizard and give him the flaming weapon. But that's fine. I faced Mark, a very cool guy. He bought Fire Slayers with Gotrek. Essentially, I took the first turn just to get the objective and try to hold them as soon as possible until Gotrek would get to them. And essentially, my strategy worked really well. I was able to score, multiple points each turn with my battle tactics, and I was able to achieve the grand strategy, which is, hold the line, making your battle line alive. Finally, Gotrek was able to get to my giants turn 4, and he killed 2 giants each turn. But at that time, we only had 2 objective left because you could erase one based on the rules. And I was by then, winning by the victory point. So I got a major win. It was 24 versus 21. Pretty close, but I felt pretty comfortable during that game. So that was game 1, and then we had a break, had some lunch, and we moved to the game 2. Who did you face game 2?
Oh, also yes, second game was great too. Not for me, but I also forgot to mention that I got Grandstock Gunhowler from Kraken-eater and 10 Shadow Warriors. Great units actually for their points. So next, I met Mike Simeon.
Yes.
I hope I got his last name right. Very close friend of ours. He's from Drunken Dreadnoughts.
Yes.
Lots of fun, lots of laughs. So he brought Nurgles. And there I was pretty comfortable. I thought that it should be my game because Nurgles don't have so much firepower, and with Gotrek lots of shooting. Worth mentioning that the second battle round was Tectonic Interference. So I was pretty comfortable. I thought this game should be good, and I was arrogant enough to leave my Gotrek on the right flank, instead of keeping him between 2 battle lines, which would be probably a better idea, but I was too arrogant. I thought, okay, I'll I'll have this game. Since our deployment is very close, for Gotrek to reach open and Nurgle units was pretty easy, so I thought I will just go and smash and completely eradicate right side, and with lots of shooting on the left side and Longbeards, I'll be able to handle the rest. But happened something that even Michael think didn't real.
Yes.
Well, he was hoping because he was preparing against Gotrek. But he said that it's not big chance. It's but he wanted to try. It was his plan and strategy to do that, and I gave everything for him to try because I just put my Gotrek right in front of him. So with 3 flies, just 3 flies, he charged me. He buffed them with +3 attacks.
Yeah.
So lots of attacks, no random attacks, but lots of attacks, huge attacks. Probably
and shooting as well, right? He was throwing the hats.
Yes. He did a lot of shooting. He did 1 damage, and on charge he did exactly 7 damage.
Yep.
For my Gotrek. So last 4 wounds went left, and for damage, I was throwing dice
1 by
3
1,
plus ward, just 1 by 1. So it was safe, not safe. So everything went to the last die. And I said, okay, if he leaves, I will heal him, and then I'll go through everything and destroy him. And I threw 2 or 1, I don't remember. My Gotrek died first turn. Died, and of course it was like lots of laughs from my side, from Mike's side. It was very funny, and I got a free beer from him for that.
Yeah, disappointing. You don't see Gotrek die in 1 turn, right?
Yes. So, and now everyone was talking about it in a tournament, and I was like, gosh.
Yeah, people were
losing Gotrek, it's like humiliating, you know?
Yes.
Like you can't lose Gotrek first.
yeah.
That happened. So
for my second game, I played Matt Kavalik. He brought Soulblight Gravelords. This was the first time I faced this army. I was very curious. I think they're a very decent, very balanced army in general. They perform well in the tournament. So he brought Castellite Dynasty. His leaders were Common Throne, Vampire Lord, Vangarian Lord, and Prince Wardry. 2 units of 5 Blood Knight and 40 zombies. So I gave him the first turn. He moved his dragon close to my giant. I used a redeploy command ability. I redeployed 5, right? And he failed the charge twice. And by that time, I felt pretty comfortable there, because the next turn was mine. I charged with my Gargant, with my general fully buffed, and I charged my another Gargant to his Mongolian Lord with my other giant. And essentially at that point I was pretty comfortable, and when the combat phase started, it turned out that I ended up leaving Mongolian Lord and the dragon only with 1 wound. And that was so frustrating, because he was able to fight at a full strength using the command ability from the Gur, and he dealt 29 wounds to my giant with his dragon, and he dealt 18 wounds with the Mongolian Lord to the giant, crippling them badly. And he won the next turn. He went and he didn't kill, but he further crippled my giants. He moved with other units with 40 zombies, dealing around, I don't know how much was it, like 15 or 20 mortal wounds to my 4th fully healed giant. And then it was a very tight game, very close game. I honestly thought I had it after 3rd turn, but then I rolled like really bad on my attacks and saves. So essentially I ended up losing this game, but we both agreed that it was a very close, like a grind type of game. The game that you are hoping to have every time you play Age of Sigmar. So yeah, it was a great learning experience. Matt was a great sport, so it was 1-1 at that point. And then we moved to the third game. And who did you play?
I played Matt. Sorry, I forgot his last name. Great guy from Barry. He brought Peaceful Riders. He brought 3 Stone Horns, supported by 2 Butchers, and 3 units of more front pack. So the third game, finally, it was the time for Gotrek to shine.
Yes.
So when Matt came to me, moved to me closer, I used this spell from Gur that gave +2 to run and +2 to charge. So Gotrek was able to charge 2 Stone Horns. And Matt's strategy was to keep all 3 Stone Horns together. Probably it's very powerful combination to have them as almost one unit.
But not against Gotrek.
So I charged 1, I piled to the second one and killed 1, and then on the second fight I killed another one.
Yeah.
And I piled in, so the third one was in combat. So beginning of the second turn I killed the third one. So he was completely crippled in the second game, unfortunately for him probably, but I was very happy after 2 devastating losses.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there were no 3 Stonehorns. Again, Longbeards did their good job too, because they were supporting Gotrek. I used all the buffs that they gave them +2, +1 attack, additional rend, so they had 2 attacks, 3+, with 2 rend, so not bad against Stonehorns, and they did some damage too. And then there was left only 2 Butchers, and that was easy done because they had lots of shooting, Gunhowler and Shadow Warriors. I just surrounded them and killed everyone one by one. So that was the third game, which brought me to 17th place out of 20.
Yeah.
And Yuri, what was your final game?
So my final game was against Mike Simeon, the one that you faced on your second game. Just going quickly through this list, the great and clean one is a general, plague flail and massive bile sword. Then there was a Pogsbringer, Herald of Nurgle, Sloppity Vipers, actually twice. He used 2. The Plague Bears, lots of essentially Plague Bears. And worth mentioning that we played the Tectonic Interference. And to be honest with you, it was a pretty straightforward game. I think it's a great match in general for the Gargants. Nurgles are pretty resilient, but they don't budge back hard. So my giant eventually moved closer and closer. Then at the 4th battle round, there's only one center objective left, and being counted as a 20 models, it wasn't too hard to hold the objective and win by points. I think I scored the most, like a maximum amount of points on that turn. I even was able to clean the great and clean one. It took 3 giants to bring him down because he's so resilient, right? Disgustingly, I would say, resilient. And yeah, I mean, Plague Bears couldn't chew through giants, obviously. And yeah, it was a pretty comfortable game. Mike and I had fun. We're great buddies. We see each other on the tournaments and in the local stores often. But believe it or not, this is the first time I played. I played.
Yeah, me too. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, even though we know each other for a few years now. And yeah, he's an amazing guy, great human being, and generally. That's it. So I went 2-1. I think I had a shot going 3-0, but it was the first tournament, and was a great practice overall. Jordan ended up winning the tournament with his Luminar, so great, big shout out to him. And yeah, so that was it, I guess.
That's what it. So to sum up, this tournament was basically introduction to 3.0 for us because we were pretty busy. Life happens, so we didn't play much. What do you think about 3.0?
Oh, amazing. I love 3.0. I think it's much better game, more interactive, fast-paced. Just love it.
Yeah, I think it becomes more competitive, more tactical. Lots of small things that you have to remember to know, which makes, when you read it, oh my god, so much stuff to do, but makes the game more dynamic. Every time something happens, you have to think up front how to use your command points, even though like there are lots of possibilities to get lots of them with the generals in the cities of Adjutant, lots of spells, but they disappear so much now, and you have to plan. You need to know exactly what you're doing this turn and even the next turn.
Yeah.
So I loved it. There were lots of mistakes in terms of like I forgot that there's no accumulation stacking for pluses and minuses. Actually, more than pluses. But now it's good to know. Now I have an idea how to build the armies and where to go next. So completely love it. Good job for Games Workshop. Amazing. Love the game. So our plans right now is bring more armies into the game. So crew boys are almost painted, and we're waiting for more models, like hero models that they like flying bird or something. They good looking models. So this is almost done. Stormcasts are half painted carrier drones and half painted Nighthound so far. And now with the lockdown behind us, hopefully not coming back, we can bring more people into our games, to our show. Oh, also, we post all updates on our Twitter and Instagram with the paintings and everything. We have Kragnos there, so if you want to check it out, check the link in the description. And with that,
so we're gonna resume our battle reports, like you said, probably in September, right?
most likely, yes.
Realistically, but we want to be, consistent, as consistent as possible. Probably it's gonna be bi-weekly. But yeah, if you have any feedback, please share with us, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Till the next time.
Bye.
Bye.